For our reading, we're going to keep reading our Jack's Birdhouse story, but instead of using pictures, we're going to now start writing sentences to describe the different parts of the story. So first, our warm-up is to talk about these words, and I'm going to point to them and give you time to think about what the word is, and then if you need help, I'll help you. Want, pretty, have, must. What's this one? So those are our words. Now this is our story that we've broken up into different parts. We have the beginning, we have 3 middle parts, and we have the end. So you can pause it and read it out loud, or you can listen to Miss Shade read it. Jack's birdhouse. Jack wants to build a birdhouse. He gets some wood, he gets some nails and paint. His mom helps too. She gets a saw and a hammer. She gets a pencil and a ruler. Jack draws his birdhouse. They build it together. Then they hang it up in a tree. A bird goes in the birdhouse. A second bird goes in. A third bird goes in. A fourth bird goes in. Jack and his mom look at each other. They need a bigger birdhouse. So these are the different words that you're going to use to start your sentences. First, it talks about the beginning. So first would talk about Jack wants to build a birdhouse. He gets some wood, he gets some nails and paint. This is the first part of the story. We're not going to copy it exactly what these words are, but I want you to come up with one sentence that says what happens in the beginning. Second comes next. So second talks about this part of the story. His mom helps too. She gets a saw and a hammer. She gets a pencil and a ruler. So you're going to come up with a sentence that begins with second and talks about the part of the story. Then we have then, and then talks about the third part of the story. Jack draws his birdhouse. They build it together, then hang it up in a tree. Next, a bird goes into the birdhouse, a second bird goes in, a third bird goes in, a fourth bird goes in. In the end, Jack and his mom look at each other. They need a bigger birdhouse. So there are 5 different parts of the story and there's 5 sentence starters. So you're going to use your own words and you're going to write sentences about each part of the story. For example, when it says Jack wants to build a birdhouse, he gets some wood, he gets some nails, and paint. Miss Shade will do this first one. I could say, first, Jack gets tools. This is a short sentence, but it has our character and it says what he's doing. And it starts with our key word. First, Jack gets tools. That is what he did in the beginning. Now you're going to start your next sentence by saying second. And you're going to say what happens second. Just remember that a sentence always starts with a capital letter, which is a big letter. It has a period at the end, and it talks about at least one character and what they're doing. So you're going to submit 5 sentences to me, and you can copy my first one. First, Jack gets tools. And you're going to write second, and you're going to write a sentence. Then, next, in the end. And if you have any trouble with doing this activity, we can work on it tomorrow too during our class.